Good morning. Welcome to our community meditation. And good morning to everybody who's joining us online today. Thank you for being with us as we connect in consciousness. I'm Kelly Kapsar, and I'm your practitioner for the day. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones so that we may have an uninterrupted experience here together. And this meditation is a blend of spoken word, silence, accompanied by some beautiful music, and will last approximately 15 to 18 minutes. So, I invite you to simply take a breath. And feel the breath in your belly and your low back. And feel the breath in your shoulders and your hips. And as your lungs expand and contract, letting that breath move through the entirety of your body. And feeling your breath in your elbows and your knees. And feeling your breath moving through all the folds and creases of your brain and into your fingertips and into your toes. And noticing the earth beneath you. The sky above you. And feeling your breath moving further into the earth, further into the sky, allowing you to be the conduit. Between intention and manifestation. And I want you to take a breath and put your attention on your spine. From that triangle bone at the base of your spine, your sacrum, shares the root word of sacred. Up your spine and around your brain. This is one of the first parts of you that came into manifestation. Your central nervous system was the first part that married the idea of the intention of you being on this planet and the manifestation of you showing up here physically. And so breathe into your central nervous system, into your spine. Moving through each vertebrae of your spine, each nerve ending. The fluid that protects all of that. And see what you notice. Once you've got the noticing, I invite you to sit with your spine, with your central nervous system, inviting all of the divine ideas and intention for you to come together with what you are here to be, to do, to create. As each of us are individuals, we get information in different ways. So maybe as you're sitting with your spine, you hear sounds, you see colors, you have an experience of a smell or something you touch. And if you notice that connection feels a little murky, a little grayed out, bring your breath back to your spine, inviting highest and best to fill your central nervous system. notice how it feels as your central nervous system calms down. And if this is a little bit of a stretch, you can simply imagine hands laying on your spine. Hands that bring love and support and nurture to your spine. In the next moment or two, I invite you to come back to this time, this space, gently, easily, and gracefully. With the knowledge and the wisdom that a calm nervous system is one of the highest signs of success. And so anytime you are feeling anxious or stressed out, you can return to breathing with your spine and inviting that calm nervous system. Thank you for joining us today. That concludes this morning's meditation. Feel free to move about and join us when services start in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
If thoughts have power, what could we do if everyone thought the same thing? If thoughts have power, what could we do if all of us share the same dream? Each of us believes in something. We all have a choice. If we choose to stand together, to sing out in one voice, then the sound will rumble, the walls will crumble, a brand new kind of dawn, an awakening. It's not a dream. We know we all are one. Let the world sing, joined in harmony. There's a part that is waiting here for you. Let the world sing the song we came to sing. Together, who knows what we can do? In our dream of one world, of one life, can come true. One dream. Each of us believes in something. We all have a choice. So if we choose to stand together, to sing out in one voice, it's becoming clear. Change is near. We have to take a stand. We can work as one. The time has come. The future's in our hands. Let the world sing, joined in harmony. There's a part that is waiting here for you. Let the world sing the song we came to sing. Together, who knows what we can do? Then our dream of one world, of one life, can come true. Let the world sing, join in harmony. There's a part that is waiting here just for you. Join together now. Sing, sing your song we came to sing. Sing it now. Together, who knows what we can do?
share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
And let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. 'Cause my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Shame no longer has a place to hide, and I am not a captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. Oh, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in
else jamming out to the music today? It's good. Woo! Thank you, Joe, for that wonderful music. And welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. I'm Reverend Laura Hallett, and it is my pleasure to be the spiritual leader here in this amazing community where wonderful things are happening right here and right now for each and every one of us. I want to thank all of you who are returned to us once again. I'm glad to see you all back. I saw a couple of new faces as they were coming through the doors here. Make sure you stop and say hi to me at the end of the service so I can greet you and find out how you found out about us and a little bit more about you. And I want to say hi to our online audience. We have a very robust online audience. So if you would turn and wave at the window back there. Joe is broadcasting to our YouTube channel. If you're looking for any kind of spiritual nourishment throughout the week, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. I think we're up to about 2,700 videos on there. All of our meditation services, wonderful music from our music ministry, and all kinds of good stuff there for you for your spiritual nourishment. We're going to kick it off this morning. Justin, what are we singing?
Energy of God.
Energy of God. Oh,
Yes,
good. This is
indeed.
another one of those good music things. Words are going to be on the screen. If you'd like to stand and sing with us, we
Yeah,
would be
please
happy to
join
have
us.
that.
Here we go.
Yeah, I am the energy of God. I am the energy of God.
Sing.
I am the energy of God. I am the energy of God. Yeah, I am the energy of peace. 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 I am the energy of love. 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 Yeah, I am the energy of God. 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 Yeah, I am the energy of God.
All right, good morning, everybody. Greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable doing so.
That's okay. You don't have to run. You're all good. You know, we were doing a women's retreat here yesterday, for the last weekend, and somebody asked me how I was doing yesterday morning, and I said, I couldn't be better. I'm in my happy place. And I just realized standing here, this is actually my happy place. I am thrilled. And it was, you know, I love the hugs. I even heard a few squeals today. And I thought, this is good. We are getting something. We are building community here, and we are connecting with each other. And what a glorious thing that is to see happen in our community here. So we're going to shift our focus a little bit here, and we're going to a little more of a contemplative time with our invocation and our affirmation brought to us by our practitioner of the day, Kelly Capsar, who did a beautiful meditation earlier this morning. I'm going to turn it over to Kelly and Justin.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning again. So we've got the affirmation behind me where I can't see, so thankfully it's also in front of me. So let's say it together. I trust my divine intuition to guide my daily affairs and experiences. And take a breath.
Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. I know God's light, it shines within me. I know God's light, it shines within me. Let's sing now. Fill me, God. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. I know God's light, it shines within me. I know God's light, it shines within me.
And so continuing in this filled up space, this space of oneness, this space of grace, this space of life, I simply breathe in that fullness, that oneness of God, of divine, knowing that it truly is what fills me, what guides me, just as it guides the waves on the shore, just as it guides the caterpillars moving into butterflies, just as it moves your heart, your breath. And so knowing that this truth of oneness is right here where each and every one of us are, knowing that this grace, this filled up, is moving through every cell, every fiber of my body, of your body. We simply breathe in, allowing this space, this oneness, this intention and creativity that brought everything forth, that brings forth everything that is meant to be for each of us individually, for all of us as a community. And so breathing into that with deepest, deepest gratitude, I simply allow it to be, knowing it already is. And together we simply say, and so it is.
All right, let's sing now. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. I know God's light, it shines within me. I know God's light, it shines within me. I know God's light, it shines within me. Let me be a candle, let me be a radiant star, let me be a beacon, shining who you are. Let me be the miracle I've been dreaming of. Let me be a lantern of your love. Shine through me, shine through me. Let the light within me help this troubled world to see. Shine through me, shine through me. Use this willing vessel, Holy Spirit, shine through me. If a friend grows weary, I'll come and take their part. If a child is hungry, I'll give out of my heart. In the darkest hour, I will lend a light from above. I will be a lantern of your love. Shine through me, shine through me. Let the light within me help this troubled world to see. Shine through me, shine through me. Use this willing vessel, Holy Spirit, shine through me. Shine through me, shine through me. Holy Spirit, shine through me.
I love watching musicians and singers perform because music becomes a full-bodied experience. It is so powerful to watch it, and I've learned to embrace that full-powered experience. When the moment Justin sang, "Fill Me, God," I just felt my shoulders drop back and my chest expand, and I could feel that presence coming into me. And then David, "Shine through me, allow it to uplift us and bring us forth." It's just a wonderful experience to have that, so I'm so grateful. You know, I asked Joe in the morning, I don't know if you ever noticed, but between the meditation and the time the service starts, we've got some pretty cool music. That's because I asked Joe to play music that fires me up. Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that power to come through me, that place where I can be that vessel through which it flows through me. It's just powerful. I am the first to tell you that I sing really badly. But you know what? I sing anyway. Because it's really powerful and it makes something happen within me. There's an intentionalness about that, bringing that forth. Like I said, it's very purposeful music that Joe is playing. Justin and David chose music that fits perfectly with our theme for the month, which is about willingness and purpose. I mean, willingness, fill me, God, shine through me. Those are both powerful statements of being a place that is allowing Spirit to transform life around us through us. And so it's a wonderful way that we can actually begin to enter in to that idea of being the vessel that Spirit moves through into expression here in the world. And so as I said, we are talking this month about willingness and purpose, and it's part of our year-long theme of the Mystic's Journey. And today we're going to talk about the power of intention. Like I said, we just spent a weekend together. There were 14 of us here for a women's retreat. So if the place feels a little bit vibrational and woo-woo for you, you're not going to know why. We did some really cool things here this weekend, culminating on Saturday with an amazing sound bath. So you might even feel some of that vibration moving around here throughout the space. But we always have an opportunity in our life to be intentional. You know, every year at the end of the year, I do an intention setting service for us to begin to bring into the new year what it is we want to experience in our life, how we want to be, how we want to show up, and how we want to allow Spirit to move through us. And so I personally find it very powerful to set intentions for myself and to move those into my experience throughout the year. I do this now because I spent so many of my years of my life being in a reactionary state of life, just responding to whatever's happening around me. And one of the people that I study often is Joel Goldsmith, and he often says that we're a pendulum, and that we are moving whichever way the wind is blowing. And so you can just imagine something out there in the wind, and if the wind blows this way, I go this way. If it blows that way, I go that way. And we're just a response instead of any kind of intentionality about it. It is just simply a reaction. So he says, this is from his book, The Foundation of Mysticism. As human beings, we exist very much as pendulums. Now, a pendulum hanging cannot of itself move to the right or the left. It must be acted upon before it will move. It has no control whatsoever. Anybody ever feel like that? Yeah. It must obey whatever energy moves it, swinging in whatever direction it's moved. I think currently in our world right now, we might have a little bit of that feeling of pendulum, that not everything is in our control, and that we are reacting to it. I know for me, I've had to put pretty tight controls on my social media intake right now, because I don't want to be responding to whatever it is that's showing up on there, because no matter what opinion you have about what's happening, there's something that's going to show up to disturb you. And it may not even be it may not even be on something intentional, like my friend Sonia and I were at breakfast earlier this week, and the people around us were very, very upset about the reaction of other countries to what was happening in our country here. And although it was quite contrary to our opinion, it was like, oh, wait a second, I don't even want to be in this energy, and there it is. And so I have a choice in every moment. How do I respond to that? Do I allow that to make me move in that direction? Or do I have an intentional purpose of staying centered and grounded all of the time in the truth? And so every moment we have that opportunity. We can either blow with the wind, or we can stay centered in what we know is true. And so this idea of intention. Intention, this is a definition here. Intention is a deliberate, conscious decision to act in alignment with our values rather than react impulsively. So instead of allowing ourselves to be that swinging pendulum, we can choose to respond to the way that aligns with what we feel is the truth of ourselves. We can choose to respond to it in a way that feels right and authentic for us, instead of as a reaction to what's happening around us. And so reactions are automatic. Oftentimes they are just a natural response. Sometimes it's our fight or flight response that has gotten triggered, and so we are reacting in that way because something has been, we've perceived it as so outrageous that we have to respond to it in a way that, like, either run away from it or face it head on and attack it. Intention is always a choice about how we behave with something. Reaction keeps us out of our ability to really choose. When we get, as my friend Sonia often says, our amygdala gets hijacked. Our amygdala is that old reptilian brain, and it gets hijacked by what's happening around us. We are just simply a reaction to the situation. And this can really begin to change how we perceive situations, how we are dealing with them. If we are in that reactionary state, then our responses are very different than if we are in an intentional state. An intentional state allows us to build a sense of emotional resilience so that we can be, as Jesus said, we can be in the world, but not of the world. We can be in the world, we can exist with what's going on around us, but we're not that pendulum that's moving with the waves. We can exist in a world where there is conflict and chaos and not take it into our own lives, and still be a place that is true and aligned with our values. So when we set a clear intention, it influences our brain patterns and our thought patterns. It actually starts that formation of new neural pathways in our brains. It actually changes our brain chemistry when we set an intention. When we are purposeful about how we're going to respond to things, it changes in our brain. We begin to view things differently when we are intentional about how we're living things. And so we can do this through lots of different things. We can set those intentions, and then we can keep them fresh in front of us. I love that quote from Howard Thurman. Keep fresh before me my moments of high resolve. Let me remember what my intention was. Let me see it. Let me have it present in front of me. You know, we made bracelets, which I forgot to wear today, at the beginning of the year with our word of power on there. You know, that is a way to keep it fresh before us. That's a way that we can remind ourselves. I have on my computer that I spend a lot of time working at, my intention is written out on a little card stuck to the bottom of my computer. It is in the front of every one of my journals that I use throughout the year. I keep my intention fresh before me so that I can remember that. I can remember those moments of high resolve. And so we can do this in lots of different ways. I have found, so today is the 40th day of the year. I just want you to keep that in mind. The 40th day of the year. So this is my intention for 2025. I am exploding with creativity in every area of my life. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit about what's happened in the last 40 days. I did my first solo art show in Mexico. I published a new book. I'm halfway through writing the second book. I published an article on an online magazine called Divine CEO, which just came out today. I have written one class. I have another one started. I have created 17 new pieces of art. I have formed 2 new groups here at the center, and I have completed 5 rituals. That's in 40 days. I think I'm getting my intention pretty good. And you know what? It's just all coming through. It's just all this stuff just happening like crazy. I can't wait to see what the rest of the year looks like. I think I've already lost about 5 pounds with all of this energy, but you know, we're going with that. So when we can set an intention and we keep it fresh before us, it can dictate the formulation of our lives. It can dictate the way that we interact with other people. So now when I'm in situations and I'm, people are asking me for problem-solving tips and things like that, there is a creative flow that's happening here because my intention is to explode with creativity. And so I'm finding solutions to things that I might not have considered before. I'm finding ways of being and interacting with people that I might not have dealt with before. And so it's showing up in all kinds of ways. I love that. When you set intentions for ourselves, I don't have to constantly think about it. It's moving in me. And it's creating those new neural pathways that's allowing things to show up. And I'm like, kind of, sometimes I sit back and I'm like, wow, look at that. You know, that I never expected that thing to happen, but there it is. And so it's a wonderful way to actually begin to live our life there. There's a powerful book that I read years ago. It's called The Intention Experiment, and it's written by Lynn McTaggart, who is a researcher on the power of intention. And currently she has a fabulous peace intention experiment going on. I believe Judy was telling me it's like 30,000 people online participating in this. She's done wonderful work all over the world with her intention experiment. In the book, it talks about a situation in Sri Lanka where there were more suicide bombings in Sri Lanka that year than any place else in the country, in the world. And so there was a lot of civil war going on. And so they did this peace experiment to hold that in prayer, hold the intention of peace in that area in prayer. And I believe, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was about 150,000 people were engaged in an online experiment of sending the intention of peace into that area. Now what they found was at the beginning, there was an increase in the violence that was happening there. And then very quickly it started to dissipate. They think that the increase in the violence was that the people that wound up actually dissipating the peace had to do a little more action at the beginning to get the peace going. And so it was really quite interesting. But it's a very powerful process. And I was just looking on her website this morning, and she has a 40-minute video that's been produced in conjunction with the Gaia website that's free for you to watch. It's not available to be viewed in public, but you can go onto that website and watch this 40-minute documentary about the power of intention and how it can help bring about peace in the world. I think we can all use a little more peace right now. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I'm feeling right now. No matter, as I said, no matter which side you think is the way it should be, right now we could all use a little more peace. And so she has done a total of 41 massive experiments with like tens of thousands of people. And out of those 41 experiments, 37 of them have positive results. And so there's something really powerful about this idea of setting intentions and allowing it to move through us. There is something really powerful within each one of us. And we always have that opportunity to open up a way for it to come through. Open out a way that we can allow Spirit to move through us. And even if it's me sitting in meditation and contemplation around an idea, then I can change the experience around me. I can change the experience for me, and I can change the experience around me. Joel Goldsmith tells a story in one of his books about a couple of students of his during World War II. They lived in downtown London during World War II. And they kept setting the intention of themselves that they were not going to be harmed during the war. And so they would say something like this mantra that I frequently use. It's, none of these things come nigh my dwelling place. None of these things can touch me. It comes from Proverbs, where the prophet is standing on a hill where there's a battle going on, and the people come running up to the prophet for help, and the prophet says to them, 1,000 may fall at my right hand, and 10,000 may fall at my left hand, but none of these things come nigh my dwelling place, because I don't dwell in this. I dwell in the house of the Lord. I dwell in a higher consciousness. I dwell in a higher realization of truth. I am not getting mired down in what's going on around me. And so this couple practiced this during World War II. And every house around them was destroyed by a bomb. And their house was never touched by any of the bombs. I think we can do some amazing things in our lives when we set that power of intention. When we realize this is not going to be my experience. I don't have to get mired down in what's going on around me. I can rise myself up in consciousness to that higher plane where I dwell in the house of the Lord, as opposed to being stuck in the realization of this has to be this way and it can't be any other way. That's a reaction to what's going on. Rising myself up in consciousness is an intentional place of being, and I think we can do that in almost every situation in our lives and really find great results with it. I love the way that Roman Marcus Aurelius put this. This is a fabulous quote here. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. Just like that pendulum in the wind, if I'm responding to that, I might as well be a marionette with somebody pulling my strings, dancing me around the room. There is something very powerful within each one of us. There is a creative intelligence. There is a force of peace and love and generosity of spirit that resides right in the heart of each one of us. It is always there, and it is always looking for an outlet. So why not let yourself be that outlet? Why not let yourself be that place where God shows up, where you are that living, breathing example of spirit here on earth? That is a powerful intention that we can set for ourselves. And it is a way to be generous with ourselves. One of the things that I think we're most guilty of in our lives is being really hard on ourselves. There's that line from Michael Gott's song, and I say this a lot, I know I do because I love it. I'd never say to anyone the things I say in my own mind. Anybody experience that about themselves? I would never say to anybody things I say about myself. We are sometimes so difficult with ourselves. And this is a place for us to not only be intentional about what we're doing, but to be compassionate for ourselves. And so the compassion here, this little definition of it, is the ability to acknowledge suffering with a desire to ease it. There's something very intentional about being compassionate. The word compassionate itself, the C-O-M means with. Passion actually comes from an old Greek word meaning suffering. So to be with someone in their suffering, or to be with yourself in your suffering, is compassion. This idea of self-compassion plays a huge role in our ability to overcome any difficulty in our lives. If we can be a little more gentle with ourselves, then we have a place to release some of the things that have held us back, release some of our reactions to the situations around us, and be in a place of open-heartedness for ourselves. Compassion, it often gets misunderstood as a weakness. But in all actuality, compassion is a great strength. It takes strength of character, it takes an open heart, and it takes intention to be compassionate to ourselves and to others. I love the work of Kristen Neff, who's a researcher out of Austin, Texas. Oh, went too far. And she talks about tender versus fierce compassion. So tender compassion is something like what a mother would do with a child. So you can imagine holding a newborn baby. Imagine how you're holding that, and you're holding it up against your chest, and you've got your hands gently cradling it, yet very supportive. That tenderness that goes on. Karen Drucker has a wonderful song. It's called I'll Be Gentle with Myself. And she says, I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will love myself like a newborn baby child. There's something very tender about that, and that form of compassion can be very soothing and comforting, especially when people are in some kind of situation that has really been difficult for them to move through. Sometimes people need a little tenderness. They need to be held like that newborn baby child, whether it's physically or emotionally or spiritually. We always have that opportunity to hold them as that newborn baby child. When we can relate to ourselves with tender self-compassion, then we are able to care and nurture ourselves a little bit better. And we can certainly be softer with ourselves. Sometimes we need a little softness in our lives coming from ourselves. The other one is fierce self-compassion. So fierce self-compassion I describe as mama bear. Don't you mess with my cubs. Don't you mess with them. I will react strongly if you get anywhere near my cubs. That kind of compassion is also a palpable force for change. It takes a little bit more out of us to sometimes engage in that fierce self-compassion or fierce compassion because it's more overt. Tender self-compassion is more an inward process. But fierce self-compassion is, we've drawn the line in the sand and we're not letting anybody cross it. That is enough is enough. When we relate to ourselves with fierce self-compassion, we assert our autonomy and we assert our rights. And I think right now, especially, and I'm just going to say this, especially as women, we need some fierce self-compassion going on. We need to assert our rights in this world because if we do not, they will slowly be stripped away. And this is our opportunity every time. I am drawing the line in the sand and I am not going to let that be crossed because I am compassionate towards myself and I know what it is I need and I will not allow that to be taken away. So tender self-compassion allows us to accept discomfort and allows us to not be judgmental about ourselves. But fierce self-compassion propels us into action and to do what is needed to be done. Both of them are necessary and they need to be balanced out. We can neither be fierce all the time nor tender all the time. We need to have that interplay of the two to help us move through things. And when we move through our challenges now with intention, we are intentionally moving through our challenges, and we are showing compassion, whether it is tender compassion or fierce compassion, we begin to cultivate more of a sense of resilience. We are more wise about what's happening on. We're more wise about how we are reacting to things and how we are responding to them and why we are responding in that way. And we begin to develop a deeper connection to ourselves and to others around us. And that's what we're here for. We're here for that connection. We are here to build a community. We are here to connect with people in lots of different ways. Human beings are not meant to live in isolation. That is just not the way that our species was designed to exist in the world. From the very beginning of time, we have been in communities where we have been dependent upon each other. And so there are lots of ways that we can begin to build intention and practice self-compassion at the same time. And so here's some practical steps for that. Practical steps to use and build intention, especially when times are troubling and challenging. So the first thing we need to do always is to pause and to become mindful about what's going on. Mindfulness, remember, is awareness, attention to what it is, and then non-reaction. We do not react to that, and that way we can stay in that mindful state. It's like, okay, what's happening here? What am I experiencing here? Why is this challenging to me? And come to it from that place of, it is what it is. I don't have to respond to it. I don't have to be the pendulum swinging in the wind. I can just be aware and reflect upon that. And then set an intention based on your values. If you value love, set an intention for love. If you value peace, set an intention for peace. Make sure that what you are setting your intention for doing is in alignment with how you feel inside. Because intentions that are set that are out of misaligned with what we believe, they cause dissonance within us, and it just stirs things up in a way that isn't productive. But when we're aligned with our values, then we can move forward in that productive way that we can actually show up in that moment. And so figure out what it is you stand for. Figure out what it is that's important to you. Figure out what it is where you want to show up and be that force of fierce compassion or that force of intentionality. And then take aligned action. Here in Centers for Spiritual Living, we have a really cute phrase that we often use. We say it a lot, but I'm not really sure how often we follow it. You know, one of those things? You may have heard it before. It's treat and move your feet. Treat is our way of praying. We do spiritual mind treatment. And prayer is powerful. Prayer is amazing. But if you don't do anything with it, it just is. It just sits there. There's no place for it to show up in the world. So we have to actually take action. Had I set that intention that I set for myself to have explosive creativity in my life and then just sat there and twiddled my thumbs, I wouldn't have accomplished those things that I did in 40 days. We have to take action. Sometimes we wait for that action to be, we think, okay, I'm going to sit and wait until Spirit tells me what to do. And, I think I said this a couple of weeks ago about the guy who's in the flood and waiting for Spirit to save him. And, somebody knocks at the door to rescue him, and he says, oh, no, I'm waiting for God. And somebody comes up in a rowboat, and he says, oh, no, I'm good, I'm waiting for God. And then he's on the roof, and the helicopter comes and lowers the ladder down to him. And he says, no, I got this. And then he goes to heaven and says, hey, God, why didn't you help me? I was waiting for you. And God said, I showed up 3 times. We have to find that way of actually taking action when we need to take action. Don't just wait for Spirit to guide you to do it. Listen to that inner voice. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut. Look for that place where you can be fierce compassion. Look at that place where you need a little more tenderness for yourself. And do those things. Bring that into your world. We cannot help anyone else until we've helped ourselves. It's that whole airplane thing. Put the mask on yourself before you help the little children with you. You got to take care of yourself before you can be a place for anyone else. And so take action for that. And practice self-compassion. Treat yourself like you would treat your dearest friend. Treat yourself like you would treat a newborn baby child. Be compassionate to yourself. Show the same kindness that you would to anyone else. And then, of course, our last one is find the spiritual practices that work for you. Mindfulness is one of the big ones that we're working on this year. Mindful meditation, being aware, being attentive, being in the present moment and not reacting to what comes up for you are the basis of mindfulness. Journaling. Journaling is a powerful way to get clear about what's happening for you in that time. The simplest one we can do is to breathe. Just breathe and allow that breath to move through us. And when I say just breathe, I don't mean that in some flippant kind of pacifying way. Take the breath in. Feel the breath in your body. Know that you are connected to this body, to this earth, to this air around us, to the Spirit moving through us. Think of God as the breath as moving in and out of your body. Find those ways to be intentional and compassionate to ourselves. And then finally, setting a clear intention influences our thought patterns, our chemistry, our health, and it also influences the external situations around us. Again, visualization, belief, collective focus, as in Lynn McTaggart's work, the collective focus. Intention directs energy, and it shapes our perceptions, and it aligns us with the outcomes that we seek. So are we seeking a more peaceful world to live in? Are we seeking a more generosity towards each other? Are we seeking to become the highest and best example of Spirit here on earth? What is your intention? When you came in, you were given a little heart. Everybody got their little heart? I got a big one. Big heart. I figured if I stand up here and hold that little heart, nobody's going to see it. So I had to buy a little heart. This is rose quartz. Rose quartz is our crystal of the month. If you didn't get a heart, raise your hand, and I'll have our ushers bring you one. Because we need a heart. Everybody needs a heart in their hands for this moment. As I said, I like to do rituals. I like to do experientials. I like to give us practical tools. And so this heart is a practical tool to remind you about intention and compassion. So I want you to just take a moment and close your eyes. I've talked a lot about intention and compassion this morning. As you think about the challenges that are happening in the world right now, as you think about situations in your own life, begin to bring to mind that one intention that you can set right here and right now. It doesn't have to be the biggest intention. It doesn't have to encompass everything. But what is one intention that is calling to you right now? Maybe it's an intention of love or peace. Maybe it is a little more self-compassion. Or maybe it's a direction to more action around something you've been putting off. Maybe it's a challenge that you're having with other people in your lives that you'd like to resolve. I want you to hold your heart near your mouth and whisper into the heart that intention that you would like to hold for the next week or so. And just go ahead and do that now. Take in another breath. Just let that out. If you have a pocket, put your heart in your pocket where you can reach into and find it. Or any place on your body that you might want to put it. I don't care. Your purse. I even had some people put them in their shoes. Now, as you move about this week, anytime you get into any kind of situation that causes you any distress whatsoever, even if it just makes you question what's going on, find your heart and remember your intention. It's a great way to keep it with you, to keep it fresh before you. Keep fresh before me my moments of high resolve, so that you can remember that as we go about our day. So let's take this into prayer. I invite our practitioners to stand, surround us. These beloved individuals spend a minimum of 4 years studying, practicing, developing consciousness to know truth in difficult situations. If you find yourself in a challenging situation, I invite you to set up an appointment with one of them for a spiritual counseling session where they can help you remember the truth for yourself. So I just simply invite you to turn within right now to this time and this place, this moment of deep connection. And so right here and right now, I know that there is only one power, one presence, one divine, creative, love intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence. I know this one as love, as wisdom, as peace, as harmony. I know this one is in and through and as all creation. I know it is the very heart that is beating within each one of our chests. It is the breath that we breathe. It is the air that surrounds us. For I know that there is nothing that exists outside of this one. And because I know there's only one, I know that I am one with it. I know that the power and the presence of that creative love resides right at the heart of my being. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for everyone. For we are all that unique and perfect emanation of a love so powerful, it could do nothing else but create more and more and more of itself. And so knowing this truth, I speak my word right now. I know that each one of us is a vessel of transformation. I know that each one of us is empowered to be that place of intentional living, that place of infinite compassion, that place of peace and harmony and balance. I know that there is a wisdom that resides within each and every person here that is pouring itself forth in the right and perfect way in every situation. For I know that it could be no other way. For this love intelligence is moving itself into expression in our experiences right here and right now. And I just give great thanks for knowing this. I'm so passionate to feel it moving through me. I am so amazed at the way it is showing up, and I am just so, so grateful. And I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that always says yes, that knows no limitation. I let it go, and I let it be, and together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Woo! Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, practitioners, and Justin. Marvelous. Thank you. All right, so now is that time in our service when we have an opportunity to support our center with financial offerings here. So our ushers are coming forward to receive any cash or check donations that you'd like to make today. We have several ways that you can give electronically. If you'd like to do it that way, you can Zelle. I love Zelle. Text to give, or you can go to our website and donate online. And so if you would, as you prepare your offering, if you put your hands over your heart. I'm a little jazzed here. I got to settle down. or rise up, one of the two. I'm not sure. Anyway, would you repeat after me? This gift I give.
This gift I give
Goes forth from me.
goes forth from me.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
And returns to me in kind.
Returns to me in kind.
Pressed down and overflowing.
Pressed down and over.
And so it is. What are we
So
singing?
it is. More equals give.
What's that?
More equals.
All right, we're singing. More equals give.
If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give your money. If you want more time, give up your time. If you want more friends, be a friend. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. If you want to see change, be a change. If you want more truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, give thanks. If you want more, give. If you want more, give.
And so we just give thanks. so, so grateful for everything that we have received here today, knowing that it is blessing this community. We are doing wonderful works with everything that we have received, and it is pouring forth into our greater community. Thank you, God. And so it is. Thank you. And speaking of more, we have more David.
If you're looking for the dream you dreamed of, open your eyes. If you're looking for the one and only in your life, oh darling. If you're looking for a friend to turn to, someone to care, when all the world is out to hurt you, I'll be there. Oh darling, reach out your hand, reach out for me. I'll be walking beside you through it all, and we'll stand tall. When we're blown by the wind, torn by the storm, we'll always find the love we need to keep each other warm. When you talk about toleration, well, I know the score. And if you talk about liberation, there's the door. Oh, darling, living in love is bittersweet. You've got to have faith on a lonely street, but I'll be walking beside you through it all, and we'll stand tall. When we're blown by the wind, torn by the storm, we'll always find the love we need to keep each other warm. Come sail into my arms, the harbor of my heart, and trust that love is all we need to keep each other blown by the wind, torn by the storm. We'll always find the love we need to keep each other warm. Come sail into my arms, the harbor of my heart, and trust that love is all we need to keep each other warm. We're gonna keep each other warm. Let's keep each other warm. We're gonna keep each other warm. Let's keep each other warm. Thank you.
We are so blessed. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. All right, just a couple of announcements here. First off, we're getting ready to start our spring round of classes. You know, we are basically an education movement here. That's how we were founded in the beginning. It's one of our big focuses is education. So we have a few classes that you'll be getting information about, but I just kind of wanted to plant seeds. We have a new class starting on Mother Teresa, which is going to be a very powerful class. I don't have the dates in my mind right now, but you'll get information in the e-blast coming this week with all that on. Reverend Sonia and I have created a new class called Radical Mindfulness for Self-Compassion, which is going to be an online class. And then I have an online class going to be starting in April on my new book. And so if you're interested in any of those, there's a couple sign-up sheets in the back. I didn't put one for the Mother Teresa, but we'll have that information out for you this week. But if you'd like to just receive the information, go ahead and sign up over there. They're by Kaylee and Kelly at the table in the back. So we have a new offering that we've been putting on Facebook. We started in January 1st, and each week we put a Grata Tuesday a meme on there, and it asks a question. And we've gotten some delightful responses to some of the questions, and it's just a great way to build community. And so we'd love to hear. Each week is a different question about what are you grateful for around your health, or what are you grateful for as a spiritual practice, or what are you grateful for. Anyway, it's a great way to engage community. So we encourage you to respond to the comments on the Grata Tuesday. This coming Saturday, I am starting a new group here. As I said, I've got new groups forming. This is a Zentangle drawing group. So Zentangles is that art process. Those are examples of Zentangles down there. It's $10 per week, or you can sign up for the whole year, 12 months of it, so it'll go through January, for $100. There's a QR code on the sign that I just put on the bulletin board, or you can see it in the e-blast and sign up for that. It's this Saturday, 10 a.m., 10 to 12, here at the center. So that's part of me being a crafty little devil. So there you go. Angel, okay, crafty little angel. Thank you, Alice. She's got my number. Good. So today is our last day of our pop-up bookstore for the month of February. We do it 2 weeks out of each month. We've got wonderful things back there to buy. There's a lot of rose quartz. There's an information sheet about rose quartz, which is that heart stone that you were given earlier. So if you'd like some information about properties of rose quartz and how to use it as a spiritual practice, there's an information sheet on the table back there. We accept all kinds of credit cards, debit cards, all that stuff, plus cash. We take that too. So you can see Kaylee and Kelly in the back for that. Then we have a few other groups that are meeting in the coming week here. We have our Tuesday group, which meets every Tuesday at 10 a.m. right here in the sanctuary. This is a discussion group around the Science of Mind magazine's daily guides. And so they start with that guide and then see where the discussion goes. So it's a really powerful group. On Friday the 14th, Valentine's Day, our Fun and Games group is meeting at Judy's house. If you're interested in that, sign up on the website and you'll be emailed the information about that. On next Sunday, the 16th, is our monthly women's circle. And I know they've got a bunch of great ideas that came out of the women's retreat for that, so I'm looking forward to hearing how that goes for them. And then following that is our Rhythm, Sound, and Soul group, which is a dancing, drumming, chanting experience here. So you're welcome to attend any of those. And finally, our annual meeting is going to be the following Sunday after that on the 23rd at 11:30. It should last about an hour right here in the sanctuary. If you are a member, please plan to be here. If you're not a member, you're welcome to attend also. You just won't be allowed to vote for the the resolutions and the candidates for the new offices. But you're welcome to attend and hear what it is about being a member here at the Center for Spiritual Living. And finally, we offer a moment of prayer over here in our prayer room. It's right across, go out this door right here, right across the hall. Kelly Marshall, our practitioner of the day, will be there to direct you. If you would like prayer for any reason whatsoever, please go in there, spend a few moments telling them about the situation, and then they will give you a moment of prayer, knowing the truth for you about that situation. And again, that's in our prayer room. We're not stacking chairs today, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Cool.
I think we're good. So if you would stand and join hands, please. If you're comfortable, you don't have to hold hands. That's not a requirement. I totally get it if you don't want to. And I love the ones who stretch all the way across so they can get everybody included. So we've been using Ernest Holmes' favorite little affirmation. So if you would repeat after me. There is only one life.
There's only one life.
That life is God's life.
That life is God's life.
That life is perfect.
That life is perfect.
That life is my life now.
That life is my life
And
now.
so it is.
So it is.
Have a beautiful and blessed week, everyone.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do.
All right, one last time.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Have a great week, everybody.